Hey my beautiful bookworms, welcome to today's vlog. We're going on a road trip today. Today we're going to be reading all the way to Adelaide. I'm your very casual librarian here to take you on a road trip. My name's Ange and I'm also a master's student, a librarian and a mum of two. Today we're going to be reading all the way to Adelaide. We're going on a road trip. I've been planning this for a while, but I've gotten off to a bit of a late start because my car needed some last minute repairs. So I'm actually glad that we were able to pick the car up and actually do the road trip. So it's been one of those mornings. I'm heading off a bit later than I planned, but that's okay. So the first book that I'm going to read is Ruth Ware's It Girl, The It Girl. I've got it on audiobook and I'm going to get on the road and we're going to read that together and then have a cozy bookish weekend in Adelaide. For those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Ange. I'm your very casual librarian. And for those who are returning and are regular bookworms, as always, welcome home. All right, guys, I'm ready. I've got my snacks. I've got a drink. I've got my audiobook loaded up. Let's get on the road. First stop, Ballarat. So, guys, I just grabbed a coffee and I went into the 7-Eleven here at Ballarat and they have no chicken and lettuce. It's no chicken and lettuce. It's a vegan chicken and lettuce sandwich. So there is one more thing I wanted to do while I was here in Ballarat. I actually bought a few books to de-stash into some little free libraries on the way to Adelaide. And I had a look last night and there's one not far from here. I'm going to have to look on the map again. But if I can find it, I'll de-stash some books into it as well. Okay, I think that's it, bookworms. That little red box just there out the front of the karate place. So I think I'll put Miss Ice Sandwich, maybe If We Were Villains, and maybe The Outcast Dead in there. I think I'll put those in there. Done. Okay, now there's some more street libraries at Ararat, which is only an hour away, but that's on the way, like straight on the main route to Adelaide, so I think I'll stop there as well and put some books in their street library. And yeah, so next stop, Ararat. I'm in Horsham, so I'm about halfway now, roughly. There's supposed to be a little free library here near the Bunnings, but I can't see it. I'll have to have a look. Guys, I think it's in the Bunnings. From what I can tell from the site, I think you actually have to go into Bunnings. So I'm going to grab my books and I'll see if I can find it in there. It is not in the Bunnings, so the website hasn't been updated, but I asked the lady in the Bunnings and she said, oh, we don't have that anymore, but there's one near Spotlight. So I'm going to go and look for the one near Spotlight instead. Look, we're welcome. Perfect. found it, Bookworms. It was out the front of the Spotlight at Horsham Plaza. It's a really lovely, welcoming little free library. And also the plaza's really nice and the bathrooms are very nice too, just in case you're on a road trip like me and you need to use the bathrooms. I also found Charlotte Wood's The Weekend at the free library. And I've said in previous vlogs that I really wanted to read this, and there it was in the little free library. So I left 2 books there and I've taken this one. Now I gotta leg it because I'm not even in South Australia yet. I'm about halfway. I'm still in Victoria, but I've got to leg it. I'm going to get to Bordertown, which is about an hour and 45 minutes away. So then I'll be in South Australia because obviously Bordertown is on the border. You have to cross the border into South Australia. So I'm going to leg it. I'm going to drive because all this treasure hunting has made me slow. So I'm heading into Bordertown into South Australia. Let's go, Bookworms. Let's do this. Yay! It's 5 o'clock and I made it to Bordertown. I'm in South Australia for the first time, and Bordertown is gorgeous. What a gorgeous town. There's lots of trees. It's quite flat. There's a beautiful green park here, and I'm just about to use the bathrooms here and have a quick walk around and then push on to Adelaide. I'm about halfway through Ruth Ware's The It Girl, and there's been a bit of a plot twist and there's some tension building, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm only halfway through though, so I'm like, the tension building's good but the action's quite slow. So I don't know, I'm glad I'm listening to it and not trying to read it, but I think that's helping. But yeah, I think it would be slow if I was actually reading the book, but because I'm listening to it and driving, it's actually a good mix. So Kira is waiting for me in Adelaide, and she just texted me something and it really threw me off. She said, "So have you got your free time yet?" And I went, what does that mean? And she said, well, the time difference, and because it's daylight savings in New South Wales, you get half an hour. I'm like, wait, what? So apparently my watch says it's 5:15, but apparently because I've crossed the border into South Australia, it's actually 5:15. Did I time travel? Have I just gone back in time? What does that mean? Oh man, I really need a coffee. I need a coffee. I've got 3 hours of driving to go, and I need a coffee. Right, so I just went into the supermarket at Bordertown, and when you cross the border in Australia, you can't bring certain items across the border into different states because there are pests, and like in South Australia they grow a lot of fruit and a lot of wine, and there's you can't bring any fruit or vines or like grape products into South Australia because they don't want their wine industry and fruit growing industry contaminated with anything from like outside, which is totally fair. It's a big industry, lots of people's livelihoods at stake there. I didn't have any fruit with me. I didn't have to dump any in the bins before I came into the state. But when I got here, I noticed when I went to the supermarket, these amazing apricots, and I love fresh apricots, but they're really polarizing because they're either really delicious or they're hard and sour, and there seems to be no in between with apricots. So I have taken a gamble and bought a South Australian apricot at Bordertown, and I'm going to see take my chances and see if it's a good one. Ready? Oh my gosh, that is delicious. Oh, they're doing something right in South Australia. Protect this fruit industry at all costs. This is beautiful. It's not even fully apricot season yet, and that's delicious. So sweet, so juicy. It's massive. Don't bring fruit across the border. We want to keep this going. All right, so it's 5:30, or is it 5 o'clock? I'm not sure. I don't even know anymore. And I'm 3 hours from Adelaide, so I'm going to get back on the road. Hopefully get there before midnight tonight, or maybe 11:30. I'm not really sure. Let's see how we go. Okay, bookworms, I've made it. I'm in Adelaide. I've come over the Adelaide Hills and I have 2 more books left to drop into a little free library, and apparently there's one about 6 minutes down that road. So before it gets dark and before I go get to our Airbnb, I'm going to try and drop these 2 books into a free library. Wish me luck. I hope I can find it. Found it. Here it is. So Matthias Avenue, Little Street Library. You're getting Wuthering Heights and Upstairs Downstairs. It took a little bit of rearranging, but they fit. I made them fit. It's fine. Oh my gosh, it is 8, it's 20 to 9, or maybe it's 10 past 8. I'm not really sure what time it is at this point, but I am in Adelaide. I am not very far from our Airbnb, so I'm going to finish this vlog here, and you'll have to keep watching for my up and coming vlogs about our bookish Adelaide adventure. If it gets busy enough, it might even be part 1 and part 2. We'll see how it goes. I've got 3 days here to enjoy, so I'll bring it to you in the next few vlogs. Thank you so much for keeping me company today on this road trip. I've had so much fun treasure hunting for free libraries along the way. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can be first to see any up and coming vlogs. And I really appreciate your support as well, bookworms. Right, I gotta meet Kira. She knows I'm coming, but she doesn't know what time. I don't even know what time I'm going to be there. I don't even know what time it is right now. So I got to get driving. And I will see you in the next vlog as usual, bookworms. Thanks so much for being here.